Hello and welcome to this animation video on the Forward Bay Park. I am going to be covering the animation video first, and then we're going to move on to some live POV shots from inside the vehicle in the real world. And basically this hopefully gives us a good indication of how to start the manoeuvre and how it looks in real life. The reference points we're going to use here should work on most vehicles, but just be mindful that in your vehicle you may have to adjust the reference point forwards or backwards slightly, but the idea should work exactly the same. So let's run through the animation now. We're going to drive into the car park and we're looking for the best bays that we can choose. Between cars is probably not a good idea on your driving test. You're probably better looking for spaces like the green ones where there's a bit of room to play with. As we progress forward in the animation, you'll notice that the vehicle shifts position to the left-hand side. And this is really important because you want to be as far away from the space as possible. If you're too close to the space, you might run into some problems like cutting in too tight. And this makes it a little bit difficult because you'll have the vehicle at the top and the bottom or to your left and right, which might make it a little bit more difficult to get into the space. But as you can see in this one, we're going to pick the green bay. Now, the reference point we use for the Forward Bay Park is when we look out of our window to the right, we want to be lining up our shoulder in the centre of the bay before the one we intend to end up in. So in this situation, you can see we're in the middle of the bay with the green car, but we want to end up in the space beyond that. Okay, so let's run this forward. Once we've lined that up, it's really important we do a nice check round and make sure that it's nice and clear. As you can see, we turn the wheel to the right, check that blind spot, and as we come round, when we start to feel like we're straight, and we'd know this by looking out of the vehicle and looking at reference points down the sides and in front of us. And again, in the live view shots later, that will be a bit more obvious. As you can see in the video now, we're going to turn the wheel back to the left, so this will bring the wheels straight, and this means we can drive forwards into the bay and stop when we feel like we're in the right position. Now, as you can see now, the most important thing would be to select reverse. So we're going to select reverse. And then as before, we must make sure we check around before we reverse out of the space. We want to go back out the way we came in. So the arrow is representing the direction that we want to travel. Do you know which way you would turn in order to get the vehicle to face down and back out the way we came in? Have a little think about that. This next part is for you if you struggle with this. If you don't struggle with this, feel free to skip this part of the video, look for the next chapter, and this will basically bypass this little part of the video where I explain about the steering. As you can see mentioned, the blind spot checks, we reverse back. So this is the most important part to get your head around, isn't it? So as you can see, we want to drive out that way, but we want the vehicle to turn to the left. So which way would you turn? This is where it gets a little bit tricky, so let's dive into this part of the animation. So as you can see, if we turn our wheels to the right, we would expect the vehicle to drive forwards to the right. That makes sense, doesn't it? When we're reversing then, we're going to get the curvature, as you can see represented by the red line. The car will reverse back and also go to the right, as you can see. Now, where some people get confused is they think if they turn the wheel to the left, that the car will go to the direction that the wheel is facing. But remember, the wheel going forward would take us to the left, which means in reverse, it would take us also to the left. The yellow arrow represents what people think in their mind, but watch as I play this animation forward, how weird the front wheels look and how weird they move across the road. This, of course, would not happen. So, as you can see there, it makes sense to think about the forward momentum before you think about the reverse. Or quite simply, just think of it, if you want to go to the right, you turn to the right. So this bit's for you. If you were struggling with that, let's straighten the wheels back up again. And if we turn the wheels to the left, which way do you think the vehicle would go? Put a note in the comments now. And if this helped you, obviously, remember to like the video. But let's see if you were right. Of course, the vehicle will go to the left because it's going to follow the arc, the curvature of the road to the left. So of course, in this demonstration, we want the vehicle to go to the left, so we will turn to the left. Now we must watch clearance here because as you can see, as it swings round, if there is a vehicle next to us, we could get a little bit close here. So make sure you've come out of the bay a fair amount. Usually, get the front of the vehicle that's next to you near your front wheel. That's a good indication that you're not going to be near the vehicle. But of course, watch this. And as we go backwards, we must again remember the blind spot checks are really important. We go back as far as we can, but we don't want to go in the bays behind. We want to stop before that, turn our wheel back to the right, and then check our blind spots into first gear, obviously, and then we move on and we're on our way. So I hope that animation helped you. Now let's move on to the live in-car camera shots and see if they basically give you that little bit more information in the real world. Let's move over to that now. Right, we're going to do the forward bay park. So basically you'll find yourself in a car park and the examiner says forward bay park. Now depending on which side you're parking, you're going to go either more to the left or to the right. Now when you're doing a forward bay park, the method I teach is basically to full lock the wheel to get a good angle in. So if we want to go to the right bays, we actually position ourselves to the left. So we're going to move the vehicle closer to the line on the left. That's the first thing we need to do. Now from this position, what we're then doing is looking for a reference point. Now reference points can be different from vehicle to vehicle, but what you're trying to find is a point that you can position yourself every time that achieves the same result. So what I mean by that is in this vehicle, if I move my vehicle forward and I put myself in the center of the bay there, okay, if you can see that, what will actually happen if I full lock is I will end up in that bay there. So let's try it. So we full lock the vehicle to the right. We're checking round obviously to make sure nothing's coming round the vehicle. Full 360 degree check. Again, I'm trying to do this slowly so it doesn't make people feel sick. And then as you can see with the turn, my car is coming round quite nicely to the line. I'm going to do a final check. But now you can see the car is coming round. Now when the vehicle starts to look straight, I'm going to start turning the wheel back. Like naturally just let it turn back until the vehicle looks straight. Now we can tell it's straight as well because the line underneath the mirrors there as it runs down looks equal on both sides like it's running through. Now you can see here, even though I have done that, I've ended up a little bit close to the right hand side. And I can tell by looking at the little circle mirror there, or if you haven't got them, you can kind of guesstimate it from the line next to you. You can see there, that is definitely in the bay. Now, if at this point on my driving test I wasn't sure about this, I can reverse backwards. This will get me a minor fault, but if you're not sure if you're in the bay, it's better to get a minor fault than a serious fault for not being in the bay. So we're going to reverse backwards in a straight line. This is really important. Don't try and do any steering until you're going forward again. So we're just reversing in a straight line. Obviously the black car coming is pulling in there, so that's fine. Now once we get the vehicle back enough, we're going to pause. And now I can see the lines in front of me a bit better. I know I need to move slightly to the left. So I'm going to check round and I'm going to move to the left and then back to the right. Again, trying to get the vehicle straight again. It's really important that we straighten the vehicle up as we move forward. Okay, and then pausing there again and securing the vehicle. Now, once completed, the examiner will then ask you to reverse back out of the space. So we're going to select reverse, check round, obviously making sure there's no one moving around the vehicle, i.e. this person that's just walked behind us. Once we're happy, we're going to reverse back a little bit, getting our shoulder kind of on the end of the line to our right, and then we're going to full lock the wheel to the right. Now, if you've got a vehicle in the space next to you here, be mindful of that. You might want to come back a little bit more, but ultimately we're trying to full lock the vehicle to the right whilst keeping that effective observations and pausing just before we go into the bays behind. Again, selecting gear 1, turning back the other way, checking it's clear, and moving slowly forwards. And again, I'm moving my head very slowly here because I don't want the camera to be whipping around, but you can do the observations a lot quicker. Final check in the mirror and we move off. This video is part of a 4-video sequence, all on the maneuvers that you could get on your driving test. So if you found this one helpful, then make sure you check out this one next.